Okay, we're going to use the Bluebird notebook one more time because there's still so much in here, and I like this better than reading from my journals. Let's see. This was a book called Constructive Wallowing. I believe I have been bent and broken, but I hope into a better shape. Charles Dickens. Let's see. People are walking by and talking, and it's awkward. The creative process is a process of surrender, not control. Crying is an effective coping mechanism, not a sign of weakness. Emotional crying may release endorphins that alleviate pain and stress, and tears contain stress hormones you could definitely do without. Crying tears of emotion can literally make you feel better. A man with outward courage dares to die. A man with inner courage dares to live. Lao Tzu. Nothing in life is to be feared, it is only to be understood. Now is the time to understand more, that we may fear less. That's a dynamite quote. Now we're back to this Are Men Necessary book somehow. Relations between men and women at work will always be fraught, no matter how many regulations are passed. The uneasy circling between the sexes is rooted in this dynamic. Women always fear that men are going to keep them from getting some advantage because of their sex, and men fear that women are going to get some advantage because of their sex. Ain't that the truth? Oh, look, okay. How to Be Black by Baratunde Thurston. This was a good book. What do we got? I have this outlined. You can't end racism and make sexism worse. You can't end racism and make homophobia worse. You have to put it all forward. So a big part of How to Be Black is actually trying to be inclusive of all struggles. Slow clap. That's Kamal. I'm probably saying his name wrong, but that comedian who's wonderful. And now we're into The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck by Mark Manson. You can't be an important and life-changing presence for some people without also being a joke and an embarrassment to others, because there's no such thing as a lack of adversity. Emotions are biological signals designed to nudge you in the direction of beneficial change. If you feel crappy, it's because your brain is telling you that there's a problem that's unaddressed or unresolved. Negative emotions are a call to take action. When you feed them, it's because when you feel them, not feed them, it's because you're supposed to do something. What else? Oh, I like this one. People get addicted to feeling offended all the time because it gives them a high. Being self-righteous and morally superior feels good. Outrage is a lot like other things that feel good, but over time it devours us from the inside out. And it's even more insidious than most vices because we don't even consciously acknowledge that it's a pleasure. That is like, oh my God, all the self-righteous people on social media who are like, oh my God, you're canceled because you didn't understand this thing. That's like so relevant. As a rule, people who are terrified of what others think about them are actually terrified of all the shitty things they think about themselves being reflected back at them. We shouldn't seek to find the ultimate right answer for ourselves, but rather we should seek to chip away at the ways that we're wrong today so that we can be a little less wrong tomorrow. Let's see. We're coming to the end here. Oh, this wonderful book, Every Lie I've Ever Told by Rosie Waterland. She was a fantastic Australian author whose book I picked up. Let's find one from her. Men aren't okay. The best I can offer you is this. Have an idea of who you'd like to be and aim for that, but always embrace failure.